Oh, gather round because the drama pot on 90-Day Fiancé, happily ever after is boiling over, and the main ingredient is a heaping dose of hypocrisy, courtesy of one Matt Brennister. Just when you thought you had this man figured out, he pulls a move so bewildering, so utterly baffling, that it will leave you cackling in disbelief. Matt is terrified of introducing his pregnant girlfriend, Jasmine Pineda, to his family, and his reasoning is a masterclass in convenient amnesia and selective morality. Let's be real for a moment. Have you ever known someone who completely reinvents their personality to fit a narrative? Someone who lives a wild life and then, when it's time to face the music, suddenly clutches their pearls and preaches about tradition? If so, you've met the 2025 version of Matt. He has officially entered his morals and values era, and the whiplash is giving us all a collective headache. This is the same man who knowingly and enthusiastically entered into an open marriage with Jasmine and Gino, a situation that is, well, not exactly found in the handbook of traditional Romanian family values. But now, with a baby on the way, Matt has suddenly remembered he comes from a strict culture, and the audacity is simply breathtaking. From side piece to shining armor, and back again. To truly appreciate the absurdity of the current situation, we have to rewind the tape. Remember how this all started? Matt wasn't some villain lurking in the shadows, he was the willing third party in Jasmine and Gino's unconventional marriage. He was the no-strings-attached guy, the fun escape. But as often happens in the messy world of human emotions, strings got attached. He fell for Jasmine, and for a while there we all fell for him a little bit too. He became Jasmine's rock. When she was navigating the turbulent waters of her failing marriage and personal struggles, Matt was her anchor. He was supportive, kind, and seemed to offer the stability she craved. Fans everywhere praised him for standing by her, for seeing her through her toughest moments. When they announced they were expecting a baby, it felt like a chaotic but ultimately happy new beginning. It was the messy, complicated but ultimately romantic storyline reality TV dreams are made of. We were rooting for them. We thought, okay, maybe this unconventional path is their path to true happiness. But then the cracks started to appear, and they weren't small fissures, they were gaping canyons of red flags. The heartbreaking reveal that changed everything. The first major sign that supportive Matt might be a character he was playing came during one of the most intimate moments a couple can share, the gender reveal. Picture the scene. There's anticipation, joy, and the hope of a shared future hanging in the air. The pink confetti falls, revealing they're having a baby girl. It should be a moment of pure bliss. For Jasmine it was. For Matt, his face fell. The disappointment was palpable. It sucked the oxygen right out of the room. He didn't just have a fleeting moment of surprise. He openly told Jasmine, his pregnant partner, that he was disappointed and that they would have to try again for a boy next time. For Jasmine, this wasn't just an insensitive comment, it was a dagger to the heart that twisted a knife in an old, deep wound. She was immediately transported back to her own childhood trauma, where her father abandoned her simply for being born a girl. To hear the father of her own daughter express a similar sentiment was nothing short of devastating. In that moment, Matt wasn't just her partner, he was the ghost of her past, threatening her future. It was a cruel, thoughtless display that made fans question everything they thought they knew about him. The sudden saint, Matt's ridiculous excuse for hiding Jasmine. Fast forward to now. Matt and Jasmine have moved to Florida, supposedly for a fresh start. But instead of building a future, Matt is busy trying to build a time machine to erase his own past actions. The elephant in the room is his family. He still hasn't told his parents about Jasmine or their unborn child, and his grand plan is as insulting as it is hilarious. First, he decides Jasmine needs to be trained on how to interact with Romanians. He invites a friend over, not to welcome her into his world, but to test her, to see if she passes some arbitrary cultural exam. It's condescending and shows a fundamental lack of respect for the mother of his child. Then comes the big explanation. With a straight face, Matt tells Jasmine he's terrified of telling his family, because they are very strict and traditional. They believe in marriage before children. He claims the shock of learning he had an affair with a married woman and got her pregnant might literally give his mother a heart attack. Let's all pause and take a collective breath. Is this the same Matt? The man who was perfectly content with the complexities of an open marriage a few months ago? The man who actively pursued a woman who was not his wife? Suddenly he's a bastion of traditional values. The hypocrisy is so thick you could cut it with a knife. He made his bed, and now he doesn't want to lie in it. He wants to burn the whole bed and pretend he was sleeping on a prayer mat the entire time. Jasmine, thankfully, was having none of it. Her face, a perfect blend of disbelief and fury, mirrored every viewer watching at home. She hit him with the line that deserves an Emmy. You shouldn't have slept with a married woman and impregnated her if you were really a traditional man. When he pathetically agreed that he was being an idiot, she delivered the knockout blow, a moment of pure, unadulterated truth. So then deal with the consequences of being an idiot. Mic drop. Fans online erupted in support of Jasmine. She's speaking nothing but the truth. One comment read, "Another slammed Matt for trapping a woman with a pregnancy and then trying to play the victim. He made these choices, he pursued this life. And now he has to own it. He doesn't get to enjoy the thrill of the forbidden and then demand the respect of the traditional." What will Jasmine do? She has once again found herself with a man whose actions don't align with his words. Matt's moral compass isn't just spinning, it's completely broken. He's shown her a side of himself that is selfish, hypocritical, and deeply hurtful. The question is no longer just about meeting his parents. It's about whether she can build a life with a man who is so afraid of his own choices. Keep coming back for more, because this train is headed for a wreck, and we'll be here for every last, jaw-dropping detail.